Hello, Katrin here with European Paper Crafts in the US. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. I am so glad you're here. In today's video, I would like to inspire you to use your scraps. So let's get started. I wanted to surprise you while I'm on vacation. I did create this video prior to my departure, but as most of you know, I'm currently in Germany with my family visiting, and I thought I have a surprise video so that you have something in a month of May, because my next video won't be until June when I have returned. So hopefully you will enjoy this. And for today's video, I thought we're gonna look at our scraps. I know we all have tons of scraps. I have bags and bags of strips and bigger pieces. And I wanted to find new ways to use my scraps rather than just laying the strips like I have done before and you have done before too, I know. So I found this wonderful idea from a German crafter, and look how beautiful this card turned out just from scraps, and it is so easy. Now for this card, I just have a card blank. I added a piece of white cardstock, which also I have a lot, and then I embossed it, and these cute little embellishments here that are pretty dimensional are so easy to make. So let me show you. So really all you need is a piece of scrap and a punch, a circle punch. Now my circle punch is 1.5 inches, and this is by EK Success. You can of course use circle dies. Any other circle punch, bigger, smaller, will work as well. You just have to adjust. So what you do is you use your piece of scrap and punch a hole. So let me do that. Okay, and here is my punched out circle. So pretty. And now the only other thing you need to do is create yourself a square. So I used packaging here, so it's a pretty sturdy cardstock. And my square for my 1.5 inch circle is a 1 inch square. So then what I do is, and you can adjust it. So if you have a 2-inch circle, then your square would be 1.5 inches, right? So then you just put your square here, you kind of eyeball it, and you turn over all 4 sides. And your circle becomes a square. And if you use double-sided paper like I have on my card, then you have this effect. But even if you use single-sided paper, you can ink the edges. And here is one of those pieces that would now fit in here if I wanted to have that fit there. So here is another one. That is the same thing. It started off with a circle, and then I used my little square piece of cardstock just to fold it around. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then you take it off. So this is just a tool, and you have these wonderful squares that now they're all the same size, and you can layer them and create designs. And this is exactly what I have done here and with my next few cards. And I think it looks so beautiful. It has a lot of dimension. All you have to do is glue it. And then, yeah, I just added something from my craft desk. Here I had a butterfly sticker, you know, a little bit of greenery, celebrate, and the card is done. And I think it turned out so nice. I have another card just like it here. So for this card, I used 7 squares. For this one, I only used 5. So you can like I said, you can just create your own designs depending on how big your card is. These cards that I am using here right now are A2 cards. And yeah, I think they look pretty classy when you have a white background. And like I said, I put my white background through my embossing folders, so they have a little bit more interest. But if you don't have embossing folders, you can use white cardstock and maybe sprinkle it with some ink. So there are all kinds, or use a different color background. There are all kinds of ideas that you can use. Just try it out. They're so much fun. Now here I just added a little bit of bling inside those squares and some flowers pieces that I had laying around. These are the 49 in Market. And I think these cards are just absolutely gorgeous. I made a couple more. So let's see. Here is another one. Totally different style now. Here I have some very pretty but colorful background paper. Added again these squares from my scraps. This was the piece of scrap that I used. I just cut off some of those 1, 2, 3 circles, and then I added an easy 3D topper as my topper, and you can see it's very dimensional. Didn't do anything for the inside, I believe, no. But here is a more colorful card. Same here, so there I only had 3 of those circles here. With this one, same thing. So you can see, you can create different looks just by arranging them, you know, sometimes more, sometimes less. Here I have a very powerful and colorful background. And I used the very same paper for my squares, only this is the B side. But see how beautiful it looks, those cute little flowers I had in my stash. So that's where you need to look what you have and then use it. I also used white cardboard strips here for this panel in the middle. So 3 smaller skinny strips of white cardstock, a little bit of the glitter borders that I always have some left, and then those few flowers, thanks a bunch, is a stamp that I have. So here are those 4 cards, and I think they turned out so pretty, and nobody would know that those were just scraps that really we could have tossed, but we didn't. For my next card, I still had my circle punch out, but I also used my heart punch, and I just layered the different elements diagonally, and yeah, and that's it. And I only glued it in the middle, so this can lift up a little bit, so it gives it dimension, but they're really flat. Those are just 1, 2 circles and 1, 2, 3 hearts. And the heart, I have it in both corners, so they're opposite each other. And then in the middle, I added a small glitter border. Now, if you don't have these border stickers, you can just cut a very small strip of paper so it looks like they are connected. And then, of course, I have actually added some pearls here, some sticker pearls, and then a little bit of ephemera to finish this card. This ephemera came from my studio line little frames. I have a lot of ephemera in my store, so you can go and check it. But just so you know, I am on vacation right now, so if you order something right now, I won't be able to ship it until I come back in early June. So all orders coming in throughout May won't be shipped until June 3rd, because it's my small business and it's just me, and if I'm not here, I cannot ship it. But yeah, if you're interested in any of these elements here, we do have a lot of those beautiful ephemera pieces, especially from Studio Light. Yeah, here they are. Those are those cute die cut blocks. They're small, right? They're like an A6 card size, but they got frames in there, backgrounds in there. They have sayings, but then the back is full of beautiful little ephemera. There are sentiments there. See, I mean, this is mine, and it's well loved, as you can see. There's a lot of, cute little things that you can add to these cards. There's another one in a different color. So cute little flowers, frames. Yeah, and there are still a few available. If you're interested, I can get these to you in early June. But I know you have ephemera probably on your desk, or you can die cut some. And if you need any scraps, I am happy to share mine with you. So just let me know when you order something. Just let me know. Send me a quick email. I have that on my order form. Hey, I want scraps, and I will add a bag of pretty scraps, and then you can make all these cards, just in case you don't have scraps. But of course, most of us do. That's why I'm making this video, so to inspire you. So here is another idea what you can do with your pretty scraps. Now, this is a die that I have, but don't worry, I also have versions without the die. So this one actually is a hunky-dory die, and it gives you the frame and then the inside, I want to say like quilt patterns, and that's what I have used here. All you really need is those small little pieces to die cut, and you can see they're just an inch. I think they're 1 1/4 squares, so you don't really need big scraps to create this. Now, of course, this looks really nice, and if you're interested, I don't have dies in my shop. I cannot compete with the big companies, but this one here is called the Square Patchwork Panel. So there you go. I left this frame inside, so you can see now how beautiful this turned out. And because I used some foiled cardstock, it gives them an extra touch of elegance. And then the stopper here I made myself, also using up scraps. So I have a few more here at the end of the video to show you, because we can make our own card toppers with those beautiful scraps we have. Now, if you don't have a die like this or anything similar, you can mimic the look by just cutting out squares. And this is what I have done here. I have this square die that is stitched, and I just cut out these 12 squares, and there are I believe 1 1/4 inches. Let me see. I want to make sure I am correct. Yeah, 1 1/4 inches. So, and then some of the squares, not all of them, I put on foam pads, so there's a little bit dimension. And then here is one of the beautiful butterfly stickers that I have put on white cardstock and then fuzzy cut around it. And then a happy birthday. Everything was on my craft desk, so I wanted to clean up before I go on vacation. And that's why I made these cards. And again, I think the style looks absolutely beautiful. Here is another version. Same thing. I used the same stitched die. This time I also used a bigger square. I had this as a die too. So check what type of dies you have, and then just cut it out. And this is not all the same cardstock either. I basically cut out a bunch of squares. Same here. This is not all from one paper pack, but then I it comes together somehow if you stay within the color family. Here I looked for blues and greens and just purple a little bit. Here more for the yellows and pinks and oranges. The card blank is still this old card blank here from Michael's. And then this is a sticker I had in my stash. And here we go. I added a little bit of foam pad for this centerpiece. But I also really enjoy this look, and I hope you get inspired to use your scraps too. And now I can also share with you the little embellishments I created. Okay, so here is one embellishment. I have it really zoomed in right now. Size-wise, this one here is about 2.5 inches long. And all I have done here is, again, just use scraps and basically just, ink the edges a little bit. I created this ticket style with my scraps. I show you in a minute. It's so easy. And then I added a flower, a little butterfly, which is or two butterflies, which is also a punch I have. Just a little bit of bling. And when you have these leftovers from your sticker sheets, this is what I have done here, a little sticker sheet left over, and then you just compose it, so to speak. I have another one that I made with the with some strips of paper, and yeah, you just add until you like what you have created. The more layers, I think, the better. But let me show you how easy it is to make these ticket style scraps. So when you have a piece of, this was actually packaging. So when you have a piece of cardstock like this, so what you want to do is, let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to cut yourself a rectangle, and all you need is a small hole punch. And what you want to do is basically just cut off the corners with your hole punch. So very easy, and you can eyeball it. I never measure. You could, of course, if you want to be perfect. And then in the middle, you can also kind of try to center it. And then on the other side. And now you have this ticket style, and look how pretty it looks like just from a piece of packaging. And this can be now the base for another pretty embellishment. So that's exactly what I have done here with those. And then ink the edges and find yourself, like I said, what you have on your craft desk. If you have smaller punches, that's where you can punch out items and add them. Or you have little stickers. I love these little sayings, and they again come from these frames from the Studio Light packs. But even if you don't have it, you can computer journal and give yourself a little saying, or just leave it blank like here. So this is really all I had on my craft desk. Little strips that I fishtailed, added a sticker, added this little birdie sticker here, a little bit of bling, and there we go. So this is how it looks from the back, but it doesn't matter because you add it to your cards, right? And so when you have this card, so I could have easily added this one here in the middle. If you don't have a sticker, you can make your own embellishments, and I think it would look absolutely gorgeous. I have a few more. So basically all the same, just arranged the different scraps that I have and made toppers that are about 1 inch by 2.5 inches. So, you have little flowers, pearls, Here, this is also a sticker, a little birdie sticker. Packaging is really good for this too. You can make them a little bigger if you have bigger embellishments here, like this. I had this big flower here. This is from 49 and Market. They have these gorgeously laser cut flowers. I added it to some packaging. You can see this is packaging, but if it is pretty, I cannot throw it out. And last but not least, here is another one with a little sentiment from the Studio Light booklet. Now, Studio Light has all these wonderful ephemera pieces in booklet format or on pads. So, but look what you have in your stash and make yourself some pretty embellishments that then you can just put on a card and instantly you have something if you need it in a hurry. I really hope I could inspire you to use your scraps and create something pretty with them. I had a lot of fun making these cards. I think they turned out so cute. I really love my embellishment clusters as well. So try it out. It is very satisfying. If you like this video, I would appreciate if you give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. I will be able to read it while I'm on vacation. I would love to hear from you. Maybe you can share this video with your crafty friends and family. This will help my channel and I would really appreciate it. So thank you very much for spending time with me today. Until I'm back in June, please stay or get well. Happy crafting and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.